Ever wondered why some people just drain your energy? Like you hang out with them and suddenly you feel like you need a nap, a therapist, and a whole new life? We've all been there. That's why today, we're diving into the 15 types of people you should never tolerate in your life. We're talking about those energy vampires, those drama magnets, those folks who just suck the joy right out of you. Get ready to cut some toxic ties because this is about to be epic. You don't want to miss this. First up, we've got the constant critic. You know this person. They could be your friend, your coworker, maybe even a family member. Everything you do, they find something wrong with it. You ace a test, they'll say it was easy. You get a promotion, they'll say you got lucky. It's like they have a negativity radar, constantly scanning for any hint of happiness or success in your life, just so they can rain on your parade. And the worst part? They disguise it as constructive criticism. Don't be fooled, guys. This isn't about helping you, it's about bringing you down. The thing about constant critics is, they're never actually happy for you. They thrive on negativity, and your achievements threaten their own sense of self-worth. It's a vicious cycle, and it can be super toxic, especially if you're already dealing with self-doubt. You start to second-guess yourself, wondering if maybe they're right. But here's the truth. You are enough. Don't let anyone, especially not a constant critic, dim your shine. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who celebrate your wins, not try to minimize them. Next up on our list of people to avoid like the plague, the manipulator. These folks are masters of disguise, experts at pulling strings and getting what they want, often at your expense. They're charming, they're persuasive, and they know exactly which buttons to push to get you to do their bidding. You might not even realize you're being manipulated at first. It starts subtly, with guilt trips and passive-aggressive comments. But before you know it, you're doing things you don't want to do, making sacrifices you shouldn't have to make, all because you're caught in their web of manipulation. Manipulators prey on your emotions, your kindness, your desire to please. They twist your words, make you doubt yourself, and make you feel like you owe them something. They might even try to isolate you from your friends and family, making you more dependent on them. But here's the thing. You are not obligated to anyone who treats you like a pawn in their game. You deserve to have relationships built on respect, trust, and genuine care, not manipulation and control. So, cut those strings, break free from their grasp, and don't ever apologize for putting yourself first. Alright guys, let's talk about narcissists. These are the people who think the world revolves around them. They walk into a room and they expect everyone to stop and stare. Oh man, get ready for some serious drama. Seriously, dealing with a narcissist is like trying to have a conversation with a mirror. They actually have zero empathy for others. Now here's the thing about narcissists. They can be super charming at first. They know how to turn on the charm to get what they want. But don't be fooled, it's all an act. They're like those chocolate bunnies you get on Easter Hollow on the inside. Once they realize you're not going to be their biggest fan, they'll drop you faster than you can say self-absorbed. So how do you deal with a narcissist? Honestly, the best thing you can do is just walk away. Seriously, save yourself the headache. Surround yourself with people who actually care about you. People who lift you up instead of dragging you down. You deserve better than to be someone else's emotional punching bag. Next up, we've got the drama queens and kings. These are the people who thrive on chaos. I'm talking about those who can turn a trip to the grocery store into a 3-act play. Seriously, everything is a big deal to them. Spilled some milk? Cue the waterworks. Forgot to pick up dry cleaning? Time for a meltdown of epic proportions. It's exhausting being around this much drama. And here's the thing, they love being the center of attention. They're like emotional vampires, sucking the energy out of everyone around them with their constant need for drama. Trust me, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. It's like watching a reality TV show that never ends, except it's your actual life. And it's not entertaining, it's just plain draining. The best way to deal with a drama queen or king, don't give them an audience. They feed off of attention, so the less you react, the less they'll feel the need to create drama. It's like dealing with a toddler throwing a tantrum. You don't engage, you don't give in, you just let them tire themselves out. And while they're busy creating chaos over there, you can focus on what's actually important in your life, surrounding yourself with positive people and achieving your goals. Remember, life's too short for unnecessary drama. You've got better things to do than to get caught up in their whirlwind of chaos. Alright guys, let's talk about negative Nancies. You know the type. They could win the lottery and still find something to complain about. They're like walking rain clouds, determined to dampen everyone's spirits with their constant pessimism. You suggest a fun activity, they'll tell you all the reasons why it'll be terrible. You share some good news, they'll find a way to turn it into something negative. It's like they're allergic to happiness, always looking for the worst in every situation. And you know what the worst part is? Their negativity is contagious. Being around them for too long can actually start to bring you down, making you question your own outlook on life. Now, I'm all about spreading positivity, but sometimes you just can't win with a negative Nancy. They're so stuck in their negative thought patterns that it's almost impossible to pull them out. But that doesn't mean you have to let them drag you down with them. The best thing you can do is to limit your exposure. If you know someone who's a chronic complainer, try to avoid getting stuck in long conversations with them. Keep your interactions brief and positive, and don't be afraid to excuse yourself if they start to bring you down. Remember, you have the power to choose who you surround yourself with. Choose people who lift you up, inspire you, and make you feel good about yourself. Life's too short to be stuck in a negativity bubble. They thrive on drama, whispering secrets and spreading rumors. It's like their mission in life is to stir the pot. Gossips love to exaggerate and add their own spin. The damage they cause, it's insane. So how do you deal with these rumor mongers? Easy, shut it down. Look, we've all been tempted to gossip at some point, right? It's human nature to be curious, but here's the thing, there's a huge difference between harmless chit-chat and intentionally trying to hurt someone with words. Instead of tearing people down, let's focus on building each other up. Imagine if we spent as much time celebrating each other's successes as we did gossiping about their failures. The world would be a much more positive place. And to those of you who might be struggling with the temptation to gossip, I challenge you to break the cycle. Choose kindness, choose empathy, choose to be the bigger person. Remember, words have power. Let's use them to spread positivity and make the world a better place, one kind word at a time. Alright guys, ever get that friend request that makes you cringe? You know, that person from your past who only pops up when they need something? Yeah, we're talking about the user. These people treat relationships like transactions. They're only there to take. Need help moving? Suddenly they're your best friend. But when you need a shoulder to cry on, crickets. They're masters of disguise, at least at first. They might shower you with compliments or act super interested in your life, but don't be fooled. It's all part of their master plan to get what they want. And the worst part, they make you feel used and taken advantage of. It's like they suck the life out of you, leaving you feeling drained and questioning everyone's motives. Here's the thing about users, they prey on your kindness. They know you're a good person, always willing to lend a helping hand. But sometimes, you gotta put yourself first. It's time to set some boundaries. You don't owe anyone anything, especially not someone who only sees you as a walking ATM or a personal assistant. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. Trust me, once you start prioritizing your own well-being, you'll attract people who genuinely care about you, not just what you can do for them. Remember, your time and energy are valuable. Don't waste them on people who don't deserve them. Okay, let's talk about liars. And I'm not talking about those little white lies we tell to avoid hurting someone's feelings. I'm talking about those who build their entire lives on a foundation of deceit. They lie about big things, small things, sometimes even things that don't even matter. It's like they can't help themselves. They're addicted to the thrill of the lie, the power they feel when they manipulate the truth. But here's the catch. Lies always have a way of unraveling. Remember that game Jenga? The more lies they pile up, the shakier their foundation becomes until eventually the whole thing comes crashing down. And when the truth finally comes out, the damage is often irreparable. Trust is broken, relationships are shattered, and it's almost impossible to rebuild from that. Look, dealing with a liar can be incredibly frustrating. You start to question everything they say, wondering if there's even a shred of truth to anything that comes out of their mouth. It's like walking on eggshells, constantly on edge, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You deserve better than that. The most important thing is to trust your instincts. If your gut tells you something's off, it probably is. Don't ignore those red flags. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. By accepting lies and deceit, you're sending the message that it's okay to disrespect you. It's time to raise your standards and surround yourself with people who value honesty and integrity. Alright guys, coming in at number 9, we got the jealous ones. These are the folks who can't seem to be happy for your success. You know, you land that dream job, buy that awesome car, or even just bake a perfect cake, and instead of celebrating with you, they're over there stewing in their own negativity. It's like their happiness is directly proportional to your misery, which is just messed up, right? And the worst part? Their jealousy can be super toxic. It can lead to drama, sabotage, and even ruin perfectly good relationships. Trust me, I've dealt with my fair share of jealous people and it's never fun. It's like they're constantly trying to bring you down to their level instead of just celebrating your wins, and who needs that kind of negativity in their life? Now, I get it, a little bit of healthy competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it can push you to be your best self. But jealousy, that takes it to a whole other level. It's like they're constantly comparing themselves to you and feeling inadequate. And that's not your fault. You should never dim your light just to make someone else feel better. Remember, your success is not a threat to anyone else's. Everyone has their own journey, their own timeline. The key here is to focus on your own lane. Celebrate your achievements, big or small. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for working hard and crushing your goals. And if someone is constantly trying to rain on your parade with their jealousy... Alright guys, buckle up because number 10 on our list is a doozy, the victim. These folks always seem to be going through something and it's always someone else's fault. They're masters of dodging responsibility and playing the blame game. It's like the world is out to get them. Everyone goes through tough times, right? Life throws us all lemons. Most of us try to make lemonade. The victim just wants to complain about their lemons. It drains the energy out of everyone around them. Now, I'm not saying that people who identify as victims are bad people. Sometimes they've been through some really tough stuff, and they need help learning how to cope in healthy ways. But it's important to recognize the difference between genuine struggles and a pattern of learned helplessness. If you find yourself constantly being dragged down by someone's victim mentality, it's okay to set boundaries. You don't have to be their therapist or their punching bag. Encourage them to seek professional help, to find healthy ways to process their emotions and take responsibility for their actions. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Protecting your own mental and emotional well-being is crucial. Don't let someone else's negativity drag you down with them. Sometimes the best thing you can do for someone stuck in a victim mentality is to encourage them to seek help and empower themselves. Alright guys, at number 11 we have the control freaks. These folks need to have their hands in everything, dictating every little detail. They thrive on order, structure, and having things their way. Imagine this, you're working on a group project, and they're constantly micromanaging, exhausting, right? There's a fine line between being in control and being controlling. The thing about control freaks is that their behavior often stems from insecurity. They feel the need to control their environment because they feel powerless inside. Trying to control everything is a recipe for disaster. It leads to stress, burnout, and strained relationships. Establish boundaries and let them know you're capable of making your own decisions. If their need for control is causing you stress, it might be time to create some distance. Alright guys, let's talk about hypocrites. They preach one thing but practice another. They'll tell you to be honest and then cheat on a test, or lecture you about being late while always showing up late. The hypocrisy is real with these people. It's one thing to make a mistake and own up to it, but preaching what you don't believe in is another level. The thing about hypocrites is that they erode trust. Think about it. If someone's constantly saying one thing and doing another, how can you ever really believe anything they say? It's like trying to win a game with a cheater. The whole thing just feels rigged. And when trust is broken, it's super hard to repair. It's like dropping your phone and cracking the screen. You can try to fix it, but the damage is already done. You're always going to be a little more careful around that person, always questioning their motives. And that's no way to live. Constantly second-guessing people. Life's too short for that. You deserve to surround yourself with people who are genuine, people who walk the walk, and don't just talk the talk. So next time you encounter a hypocrite, remember this: you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Alright guys, let's talk about bullies. They thrive on making others feel small. Bullies come in all shapes and sizes. They use fear, intimidation, or humiliation. But deep down, they're insecure. Dealing with a bully can be one of the toughest things you'll ever face. It can make you doubt yourself and feel powerless. But you are not powerless. You are strong and worthy. A bully's words say more about them than you. Their cruelty reflects their brokenness. Don't let their negativity define you. Don't give them the power to make you feel small. Remember, you're not alone. Reach out for help. Talk to someone you trust. There are people who care about you. Alright guys, we've all been there. You're super pumped for this plan you made with your friend. Could be a concert, a game, or even just grabbing some burgers. You're counting down the days, hours, minutes, then bam, it's a no-show. These are the flakes, my friends. The ones who make plans and bail at the last minute. And not just once, oh no, it's like their superpower or something. It's frustrating, right? You're left hanging, feeling like your time isn't valued. And the worst part, they usually hit you with the lamest excuses. Oh, my goldfish got lost, or my Wi-Fi went out so I couldn't text you back. Come on, man. We're not living in the Stone Age. Look, your time is precious. You could be out there making YouTube videos, starting a business, or hanging out with people who actually want to spend time with you. Don't waste it on people who don't respect it. It's like this. Imagine you're giving away $100,000 to whoever shows up at the park at 3 p.m. sharp. Would you wait for someone who's always late? Nope. You'd find someone who values your time and the opportunity. Life's the same way, but instead of money, you're giving away your time and energy, and trust me, those are way more valuable. So next time a flake cancels on you last minute, don't sweat it. Consider it a bullet dodged. Alright guys, this next type is a little sneakier, a little harder to spot at first, but once you know the signs, you'll be dodging them like a pro in a game of dodgeball. We're talking about the energy vampires. Imagine this. You're having an awesome day, feeling positive and hyped up. Then you run into this person, and suddenly it's like all the joy got sucked right out of you. You know that feeling? Yeah, that's the energy vampire at work. They're always complaining, always negative, always bringing the mood down. And the worst part is, they don't even realize they're doing it. It's like they feed off of your good vibes and leave you feeling drained and exhausted. Listen, I'm all about spreading positivity and good vibes, but sometimes you gotta protect your energy from these energy vampires. It's like having a force field around you that only lets in the good stuff. Remember, you're not responsible for anyone else's happiness but your own. So if someone's constantly bringing you down, it's okay to distance yourself. You gotta prioritize your own well-being. Think of it like this. You wouldn't keep going back to a restaurant that serves you bad food, right? So why hang around people who leave you feeling drained and negative? Boom! There you have it, guys. 15 types of people you should definitely avoid like the plague. Remember, life's too short to be surrounded by negativity and drama. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up and inspire you. So, did we miss any toxic traits? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more awesome content like this. Peace out.